Hi guys, so we are Nam, Dan, and Hoa from Team 16. In this video, we will talk about the derivatives application in economics with the focus on marginal analysis. The questions we want to point out include: what are margins? How many types of margins are there? And why do we need them? What is the significance of learning about margins? Together, we will answer the questions by learning a case study with step-by-step calculation. So the concept of margins in economics is margins, denoted by X, indicates a change in benefit or cost when an additional unit of a good is produced. Mathematically speaking, we can understand it simply as the rate of change in terms of benefit or cost within the productions with respect to a change in input. So let's look at this case study. A family business selling handicrafts largely depends on the labor to produce bamboo baskets. So the table here indicates the number of bamboo baskets with respect to the number of employees. However, the relationship between output and labor is not linearly proportional because of the law of diminishing to returns. So we can simply understand this economic law that after some increases in output when hiring more workers, so the additional output per worker will eventually decrease, resulting in the reductions of extra return. For example, the business employs one worker to make one bamboo basket, and then they hire another one. So now we have two workers can produce two, and keep hiring will lead to a certain point where the firm doesn't have enough space for each labor to make even one basket. So now let's go back to the table. So what we care about is the additional bamboo basket that results from hiring one more labor, which is marginal product. So MP equal dP over dx. When you look at this table, you see, by expanding the labor force from 1 to 4 would result in more output. However, from 4 labors onwards, the rate of additional output actually falls when one more person is hired. But the marginal product is not enough to decide how many people they should hire. So we need a bigger picture to understand more types of margins. So let's assume that the wage rate is about 400,000 dong per person. And given that the business runs by making handicrafts, so the fixed cost for raw materials is about 2,000 Vietnam dong. So we have the total cost functions as I times 400,000 plus 2,000. So hereby, we try to explore the rate of change of total cost, which is the marginal cost, with respect to the change in input, which is the labor employed. So the marginal cost is the increase in cost resulting from producing an additional unit of output. So from what we've learned, we can conclude that marginal cost helps the firm to firstly control the production cost at the minimum, and secondly, to evaluate prices for the products. If the selling price for a product is greater than the marginal cost, then they are making profits. And as we can see, similarly, the marginal cost decreases by expanding from 1 to 4 people and increases from 4 people onwards due to the law of diminishing to returns. So we have looked into the production, and it's time to look at the consumption. Given the per unit price of bamboo basket is 40,000, so the total revenue function is P times 40,000, and the total profits equal total sales minus total cost. So marginal profits is the profits made or lost by a firm when producing and selling an additional unit of goods. It helps firms determine to what extent they should accelerate or slow down the production. So from this table here, we can get some important points. First, because of the law of diminishing to returns, if the business expands its production to a certain point where the company stops gaining profits and start losing money, as MP decreases and MC increases. Therefore, the company needs to predict when to continue or stop the business to prevent losses. And second, according to the table as well, definitely the firm should hire 9 workers to produce 210 products to maximize the profit, which is nearly 5 million. And at this point, MP would equal 0, means that the level of production is optimal in terms of profits and cost, and hence, the producer is not motivated to change its number of labor or product quantity. So you can see that we have gone through a complex process. So let's summarize what we have learned. So change in input would lead to a change in production, affecting both the revenue and the cost. So consequently, profit changes in response to the changes in everything else prior to it. So such a complete picture would help a business to have a productive operation. Conclusively, margins is a common application of derivatives in economics, and businesses commonly use the concepts of margins to optimize their business activities. And we hope that our demonstrations would help you understand these concepts and how to calculate them. Thank you for your watching.